last couple of laps. Casey's having a hard time right there in the center. That's where you see Michael close up. He may get him. White flag. We're on the final lap here at Homestead. Waltrip chasing Atwood for second behind Bill Elliott, the race leader. If Michael can get close enough in 3 and 4, I think he could probably get underneath Casey.
He's there. Michael is there for second.
And he protects the bottom. Waltrip the second. 227 races ago. Bill Elliott took the checkered flag in the Southern 500 at Darlington. He's done it today at Homestead. Elliott is your winner. Evernham Motorsports with their first victory, and Bill Elliott with his 41st NASCAR Winston Cup Series win, and boy, is this going to be a popular victory. Yeah, it really is. I mean, long time coming for Bill. Ray Evernham.
Schrader's trying real hard.
He is trying real hard. Last lap, he was about a 10.5 quicker than Jeremy Mayfield.
Well,
Jeremy's just on cruise right now.
Schrader's closing it up a little bit, but he's not going to catch it.
Speaking of last lap, here we are. Mayfield, winner of the Open in 1998. He also started on the pole that year.
Well, he and Sammy Johns, they really seem to be getting better every week now. They've got that communication thing going. No question about Jeremy's ability. We know he can drive the race car.
Jeremy Mayfield wins the Winston Open for the second time and transfers into the All-Star race. Everyone else will fall in behind the pace car.
So it'll go to 425 miles. And Bill Elliott's going to make just one more lap to pick up the victory in the Pennsylvania 500. He's got 1.7 seconds on Kurt Busch and 3 corners to go.
He didn't spark the right front that time. I think he feels victory coming on.
I think he was a little bit careful, maybe going through one that time.
Bill Elliott going to be the first driver to win a race from pole position this season. First one to win a race in the front row this season. Also looking to become the first man to win 5 times here at Pocono Raceway. His other victories coming back, 2 in 1985, 1 each in 1988 and 89. Now he's down to the final corner. Red will be the color of the day here at Pocono. Bill Elliott bringing it home for Ray Evernham and Dodge as Elliott wins the Pennsylvania 500 at Pocono. Kurt Busch will finish second. Sterling Marlin will lead 106 of the race's 175 laps, but have to settle for third. It's down to 1 lap for Bill Elliott at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Down the main straightaway, 275,000 fans looking on as Elliott rides through the canyon of grandstands and takes the white flag. Final lap of the Brickyard 400. The sport's most popular drivers ever. Elliott looking for career victory number 43 and his first here on these hallowed grounds. He's dominated the race today. He will have led 93 of 160 laps. Now he's 1 corner away from an Indianapolis Winners Trophy. Dale Earnhardt, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, and now Bill Elliott joins the list of winners of the Brickyard 400 at Indy. A dominating victory for Dodge at the Brickyard. Elliott wins by 1.2 seconds over Rusty Wallace.
And look at Bill got them winning that down, acknowledging those fans.
Kenseth came out on top of Junior in the fight for Winston Cup Rookie of the Year in 2000. Now today it looks like it'll be Kenseth who gets the first Winston Cup title among the two. Final lap at Rockingham. Bill Elliott in search of a win. Matt Kenseth in search of a championship.
Clear sailing, Bill.
Jack Roush, one more lap, he says. One more. And the checkered flag is in the air. It'll be Bill Elliott with his first win of 2003 at Rockingham today. James Finch runs the #1 NASCAR Busch Series team that a lot of the Ganassi drivers drive. They get their power from the Ganassi team in the Busch Series.
Are we getting down to it? White flag. White flag, and Ryan Newman takes the white flag.
Mayfield looking for the win. Who's going to have enough fuel to make the final lap? Bobby Labonte is off the pace on the back straightaway a little bit, getting passed by a few cars. Here comes Jeremy Mayfield. He wins the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. Bobby Labonte coasts across the finish line, and Ryan Newman makes it to the checkered flag and into the chase for the NEXTEL Cup.
Whew. Man. It looks like Jamie McMurray is going to miss it by 15 points.
Ryan Newman is in, and Mayfield did everything he had to do.
Jeremy Mayfield led the most laps tonight, 151 of the 400 laps.
This time, white flag in the air. Once he crosses that start-finish line.
The biggest lap of Casey Kane's young racing life right here.
And no pressure from behind.
He took over the #9 from legend Bill Elliott, who served as his mentor for a season, and now it's all his own. Off turn 4. Casey Kane is a winner at last.
Boy, what a battle though for second and for him and for fourth. They were poking and gouging back there for second. I'm telling you, Brian Newman was all over the back of Tony. And here comes Tony to congratulate Casey. How could you call it? Who would you like to beat? Who's the guy you'd like to see in your rearview mirror when you win your first race?
It appears everybody's going to congratulate Casey Kane. You see Ryan Newman in the 12 pull up there, congratulate.
Tommy Baldwin, Ray Evernham.
I told Michael Waltrip the 15 car's out of fuel. Now Robbie runs out of fuel right in front of Scott Riggs.
Riggs might have been ready for that.
Or he blew up, one or the other. He blew up, he's smoking, only down in one. Yeah, but it cost Riggs sure is. Or it didn't, no, I guess it didn't. White flag is in the air.
We're at the final lap here in Michigan. Mayfield down the backstretch.
Does he have enough?
Does he have enough fuel to get there? Can Riggs possibly rope him in? You come to Michigan, sometimes you have to gamble to win. Jeremy Mayfield driving for Ray Evernham raced his way to the chase 1 year ago, and today Jeremy Mayfield takes the checkered flag at Michigan.
And Matt Kenseth will finish in third. Wow. How disappointing is that? Nemechek back up to 8th.
Yep. Scott Riggs second.
51st Atlanta start here today. White flag, Casey Kane, 1.5 miles to go.
There's a bunch of guys that can't wait for this last lap to get over with. I can tell you that.
29 years to the day since a Dodge has gone to victory lane in Atlanta when Richard Petty held off David Pearson and Cale Yarborough to win it. Casey Kane scores the second win of his career in the Golden Corral 500.
Stays the same for about another lap and a half.
Look at that. Is that guy, is he in any strain?
White flag, 1 to go for Casey
Look
Kane.
how relaxed he is in there. Look at his hands. They're not gripping the wheel. They're just holding the wheel. That car is on a rail, buddy.
26 years old tomorrow.
Up, little swerve there, little wave.
All he needs to do is get through turn 3 and 4 one more time.
And Casey Kane will become the second Dodge to win here. The first man to win from the front row, the 11th different winner at Texas, Casey Kane, wins the Samsung Radio Shack 500.
Clint Boyer in the 07 crashes on the backstretch going off into turn 3.
Well, Larry, he was giving up spots in a hurry, and the car had gotten really loose with him. He was falling back through the field pretty hard.
And let's show you what happened.
The Daytona 500, they have come to life. White flag. If he can make it one more lap, that'll give Ray Evernham 3 cars in the All-Star Challenge.
Jeff Green got a little distance on Vickers in
Be
turn
careful
1
down
for
here. It's
second.
raining down here. That's what the spotter's saying. It's raining. You're clear about 20.
Oh boy. Raining and clear about 20.
These are through there.
Scott Riggs is going to make his first trip to the NEXTEL All-Star Challenge. Riggs wins the NEXTEL Open.
Cha-ching, 53,000. Thank you very much.
Jeff Green second, Ryan Vickers third. Teammates Denny Hamlin, J.J. Yaley round out the top 5.
600.
And here comes Casey. For the white flag one more time there, bud. You got it in the bag.
And Mike, you talked about Dodge's lack of success here. Casey Kane, his best finish here has been a 12th in 4 starts.
He's off turn 2. He clears Joe Nemechek. Got clear sailing of 4 cars up ahead of him, but I don't think it's going to be a factor.
He will lead 158 laps tonight. Casey Kane leading this train on the final lap.
Here he comes.
Engine number 9 brings it to the finish line. Casey Kane wins the Coke 600.
Jimmy Johnson finishes second. His streak will come to an end with the Coca Cola 600. Carl Edwards third. Mark Martin fourth. Another Roush car, Matt Kenseth fifth.
Jimmy Johnson finishes second, says, "That come, I had a bad night."
Yeah.
A bunch of guys had good runs on Larry back behind these guys that we were watching so close.
Currently, he falls out, and you see more rain starting to fall. It is getting dark here. We've had the threat of rain all afternoon. That's Casey Kane. The camera's following him. It is official, and that's your winner. Casey Kane walking in the rain, pulling his hair back. And let's take you back if we could. So Casey Kane, your winner here in Michigan, rain shortened 129 laps. 5th win. He again wins from the pole. 4 of his victories have come from the pole.
I think right now he's definitely singing in the rain as far as he's concerned, because look, he's not got an umbrella. He's not worried about anything. His day is kind of like this, kind of like falling right where he needed to on that last pit stop, the most opportune time.
The guy with Click on his car, the movie Adam Sandler, who is the Grand Marshal, got things started today for us in Michigan.
There's not even a threat behind him. And they did what they talked about earlier in the race, or earlier today. Just go out and win the race. Let everybody else do whatever they got to do. This is what these guys need to do to even have a shot at making the chase.
Won 4 of the first 15 races this year, but has struggled since. Tonight, he has led 129 laps of this 250-lap race. This is the final lap. Casey Kane came in here 11th in the championship standings, and as Wally said, he's going to beat everybody and put himself in position to make the chase next week at Richmond. Earnhardt goes to second. Casey Kane comes off of turn 4. He won last night in the Busch race. Casey Kane sweeps at California.
Good run for Earnhardt Jr.
And Clint Boyer.
Yeah, those guys. Earnhardt's going to feel a lot better after tonight with his record here in Fontana going into Richmond next Saturday.
But tonight he's trying to race his way right back into it. White flag, last lap at Charlotte. Ray Evernham watches.
You know, a week or two they probably thought, nah, you know, we're out of this thing. Yep. And now they're going to look at those points after tonight and go, you know what? We still have a shot.
And we're pretty good on those 1.5 mile tracks like Atlanta and Texas.
Got a few of them coming up.
Yep.
And Homestead.
Yep. Casey Kane looking for win number 6 and trying to improve his status in the chase for the championship. Casey Kane sweeps at Charlotte. for that Bobby Labonte. 5th spot. Tony Raines, 7th. Attaboy, Tony. Good run for Nemechek, too. Those guys have needed something to turn their year around. And Brian Vickers comes back after the Talladega experience, gets himself a top 10. Jimmy Johnson drives up, says, I tried, but I couldn't catch it.
This is the first time that Kasey Kahne in his Cup career has had to run the showdown. He was automatically in the All-Star race.
Well, he
every
just
year
got
before.
himself, if he can make another lap and a lap here, an exemption for 10 years.
And the difference between first and second, almost $800,000.
Keep that focus. One more corner. Hit your marks here. About 10 feet.
Race pace 30.5. Only 3 other cars are running that. And here comes Kasey Kahne, the fan favorite, wins the Sprint All-Star race.
Oh, by the way, young man, this Bud's for you.
Good job, Kane. Good work, Bud.
Greg Biffle finishes 2nd, Matt Kenseth 3rd, Jimmy Johnson comes home 4th, and Tony Stewart cracks the top 5.
Boy, Stewart had a long way to go from starting last to get to 5th.
And I can't believe we just won that thing.
And
I can't believe it.
You know, honestly, for the night that Greg Biffle and Greg Irwin have had, if they can turn it into a top 5, it's been a pretty good night for those guys. They have been all over the place.
And how about Dale Jr.? Bounced it off the wall hard. Fixed her up, got her back up to 7th place.
Yeah, and guess where he's been running?
Right,
That's Stewart. He hit the wall in 2.
Oh, got a flat right front.
Outside.
He may have hit the wall as that car scooted way up the racetrack down in turn number 1. And where's Kasey Kahne?
Kasey Kahne in the 9 car. He's going to take the lead. We'll be coming back to 2 laps to go for this 9 car.
You're all clear.
What a deal. Yeah, the right front's down, tore up.
No way you can ride around on that rim for 2 laps.
Nope. There's the replay right there going off in the turn 1. Car just up the racetrack.
He did a whale of a job to keep it out of the wall. That's the big thing. Got another car slow in 3 and 4. Hamlin's in the wall.
Denny Hamlin at turn 3.
He just went up and tagged the wall, and he's coming down right in front of him.
Boy, he made McMurray have to go all the way on the apron.
Right front shredded. 2 to go. Kasey Kahne out in front.
One more time. Hit your mark. Keep focused. Plenty of room.
We've got 1 lap to go. The flagman dropped the white flag down at his feet. Kasey Kahne didn't see the white flag, but trust me, they are telling him 1 lap to go.
Well, he got voted into the All-Star race. He was in it to win it. Banked $1 million last week. And Kasey Kahne, the 2006 winner.
Now there's 6.
Comes off the corner, and Kasey Kahne wins the Coke 600.
Edwards is down on the apron in 3 and 4.
He's out of gas. The 99 is out of gas. This is him we're riding with. All of these, he's losing positions right now.
He's going to make it to the line, but he's losing a lot of spots.
Now, Kyle Busch will finish in 2nd in that 18 car.
Man, what a finish. Oh, my gosh. People wrecking, blowing tires, running out of gas.
And our tracker up here is unofficial, but it is showing that's the 1 lap to go being shown. So we'll have to get an update here as soon as it's official.
See you, bud.
Kasey Kahne has just become the 6th driver to win NASCAR's All-Star race and follow it up with a win.
Great job, Kasey. Great job.
In the Coke 600.
Kasey Kahne has taken the white flag. This is the last lap of the race. 28-year-old from Enumclaw, Washington. Had the spectacular weekend that they talked about at Charlotte. Disappointment at Dover, but now he's come to Pocono. Right now, he would be 9th. Yes, the 9 car would be 9th unofficially in the championship standings. 1 more turn to go for Kasey Kahne. This will be a true team victory. Battled back from the problem on pit road, started on the pole, 4 of the last 5. Now 5 of the last 6 races at Pocono have been won from the front row. The pole winner's going to take the checkers. Kasey Kahne wins at Pocono.
All right, man. Great job out there. Great way to dig us out of that hole. And great job in here, guys.
Tremendous run for Brian Vickers. Earnhardt holds off Burton for 4th. Strategy worked out for Jimmy Johnson. Didn't get the win, but got 6th. Bobby Labonte fell to 11th. The top 10 finish for Mark Martin.
How about Kurt Busch and that team? Yeah, that was a great comeback. Great